Racing can be wild, but then there's this. Not precision-built, millimetrically perfect machines like in Formula 1, but giant wobbly trucks bumbling around tracks with jumps on them. There's been many incredible races across all forms of motorsport throughout history, and any one of which I could make a video about, but the race I'm going to talk about in this video, in my opinion, is one of the absolute best. But let's scooch back a bit. What are these silly trucks? The Stadium Super Truck Series is a rather unique championship. Instead of revolving around precision and structure, it's more American than that. The trucks never corner on more than 3 wheels, and the body panels are held onto the frame with nothing more than hopes and dreams. The suspension travel is massive, the body roll is like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and they put massive metal ramps on the racetracks that must be used. Just cuz. The series was founded in 2013 by ex-NASCAR driver Robbie Gordon off the back of the concept of stadium off-road racing that Mickey Thompson had invented back in the 1960s and the 70s. Over the course of the 2010s, the series grew in popularity, originating in the States to going international by 2014. In 2015, they raced for the first time in Australia at the Clipsal 500, which is an awesome event for the Supercars series in the South Australian capital city of Adelaide. It's now called the Adelaide 500 as Clipsal was the title sponsor and it isn't anymore. Come 2018, they were a staple of the event, but even those already familiar with the series couldn't have predicted what was going to happen that year.
On the streets of Adelaide for the first of 8 laps. Not much of a chance really to settle in as we get down to the centre chicane for the first time. Toby Price slots back to second place, and just like yesterday, everyone...
So they had gotten underway, and while it's by no means a dull race, it had been a fairly normal endeavour for the Stadium Super Trucks. Bashing, leaning, overtaking, bumping, and in the case of Matt Brabham, leaving the bodywork to his truck somewhere around the streets of Adelaide. Robbie Gordon and Toby Price had been locked in a race-long battle for the lead. Behind them though, and with only half his car, Matt Brabham was slowly working his way through the field, having started at the back of the grid. With 2 laps to go, Gordon and Price are still fighting hard, but Brabham has reached third and has begun to close the gap to the 2 leaders. With just a lap and a half to go, all 3 are finally close. Robbie and Toby are locking up while Matt is driving supremely. Getting towards the end of the lap though, they are all nose to tail, all pushing the absolute limit. 3 wheels in every corner, and into the final corner, just over a lap to go, Price runs wide. Brabham needs no invitation and moves alongside him. They race down the start-finish straight completely aside each other, and who's going to brake first? Round the outside, late on the brakes, and Brabham sticks his car into second place. And now he's just got 1 lap left to catch Gordon. Round the center chicane, and the angle his car goes to just shows you how hard he's pushing. But in the process of their little battle, Robbie Gordon was able to build a gap. Both Brabham and Price go on the chase throughout the 2-mile-long lap. Amazingly, onto the back straight, Matt Brabham gets a monster exit, pulling away from Price, and he's now sticking his missing nose in the gearbox of Robbie Gordon. Robbie is worried and he pushes hard and he actually hits the wall on the outside through the fast right-hander. This is his chance. Brabham moves out from the slipstream, hard onto the brakes, and is cut off by Gordon, so Matty lifts off and chucks it around the outside instead. Robbie sticks the back of his truck out, but Brabham is now in the lead from the back of the grid on the final lap. He has gone from last to first. It's a monumental move, but hang on, because the race still isn't over. Robbie's going round the outside and takes the lead back. Just 1 corner left over the jump and he locks up. Brabham takes the inside, gets the lead back, and Price goes up into second, except he doesn't because Travis Milburn comes out of absolutely nowhere to take second place away. Gordon is completely out of it. Now, that would be an amazing end to the race in itself. However, we are still not done yet. Now, let me introduce you to Gavin Hartman. He saw this battle up front and decided, do you know what? No, let's give the crowd one more final twist. So, whilst being nudged off from the side by Jeff Hoffman's oversteer, over the jump on the straight, he thinks, screw it, full power, snaps the wheel off as he lands. Now, any normal person would come to a stop, but the line is so close, he can still drive. No, he can't, but he can do donuts. So he pedals to the floor and he causes so much smoke that he blankets the entire start-finish straight in it. Somehow, nobody hit him, even this dude with the bodywork restricting half his view. To say the crowd enjoyed it is an understatement. And even I, 7 years after first watching it, it never fails to put a smile on my face. This was such an amazing end because it was so unexpected. Brabham, though one of the quickest guys out there, started from the back of the grid. Price, after leading part of the race, seeing the leader slide off the track, lose his position. Robbie Gordon, the man with as much experience as he has behind the wheel, making a mistake like that and locking up. Harlan just pedaled to the floor, causing that plume of smoke, so you couldn't see any cars on track. It's one of the best races I've ever watched, and probably the most hectic end to a race too. But we're all entitled to our own opinions. This is mine. I'd love to hear what yours is. Let us know down in the comments what you think, if you agree with me, or, if you're wrong. Only kidding, sort of. Thank you very much for watching though. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed having to relive that last lap about 1,000 times in the edit. But that's all for this time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.